in Jehovah.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. I want to thank everyone for commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, just everything y'all do for my channel, man. I humbly appreciate that. I really, really do, and I love y'all always for that. How y'all day going? How is y'all day going? How y'all week been going so far? It is Thursday, and I call it Friday Eve. You know what I'm saying? It is Friday Eve, so what y'all got planned for the weekend? On yesterday, I know I've been kind of busy this week, not putting out like content like I usually do, but I've been kind of busy a little bit, man. I had a little situation with the court yesterday. A lot of y'all probably know the story, but if you're in Texas and you get caught with a THC pen or vape pen, that is a class 3 felony, right? That is a class 3 felony. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't do none of it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know the story about my son left a THC pen in my car and I got pulled over and I ended up getting in trouble for April of last year, 2025. So I'm going through this whole court process and yeah, they got me down on that. You know what I mean? But I'd rather happen to me than my son, because during the time my son was graduating high school, he has free ride, scholarship to go to college, for athletics and stuff. And he's remorseful about it. I did get on to him, but man, I've been out like $11,000-$12,000 for a vape pen, a THC vape pen, a THC vape pen with barely 1 gram of whatever called liquid in there. And I don't do nothing. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. None of that. And I'm out of all this money. But anyway, but everything gonna turn out right. So I just gotta go through a little 6-month program, and the case will be dismissed, and my record would be expunged. But it's just a headache. it's man. Let me tell you something, man. This justice system, it's about that money. If you ain't got that money, it is what it is. But anyway, enough of me. Before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. My Minnesota people, what's going on, man? I'm hearing that the Somalis are jumping on Black American kids out there. It's in St. Cloud, Minnesota, or something like that. Now, I done some investigations on it. I didn't really see nothing about it, but I'm gonna play a small, quick clip of a young lady stating that the Somalians are jumping on our Black American kids. They had to shut schools down, and everything like that. So I want y'all to just tune in to this right here and let me know what y'all think.
Hey, y'all read the caption right? I'm gonna wait for a few people to get on here so that I can say what I need to say, and I will post this as well so that you can see this a little bit later. But I need my folks. I need y'all to come on in. We got an issue up here in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I need y'all to come on in. Go ahead and get started on this because I'm just catching wind of a lot of stuff. So there is an issue right now between the Somali community and the Black community in St. Cloud, Minnesota. There's some gang called the DTS. I don't know if this is a Somali gang. I don't know if this is a Black gang, but it's some clique or whatever. And there's about 40 to 50, maybe more than that, people who are claiming to be this DTS or whatever. Somalians are jumping out on Black kids and Black people in general everywhere, on bus stops, at the schools and everything. They're jumping out on them with guns and they're fighting them, okay? Jumping on them just because they're Black. I need y'all to come on in because these are high school kids, middle school kids, and elementary children that are out here doing this, okay? My kids have not necessarily been involved in anything. However, my daughter, my youngest daughter, did start getting messages from some Somalian kids threatening to jump her, calling her niggers, and all that kind of stuff.
Now, listen to her talk about it. I do believe it. I truly do believe it. But for my investigations and talking to people out there in Minnesota that live around the St. Cloud area, from what it explained to me, and somebody can correct me in the comments that live in this area or know about this area, it's a suburb area. It's outside of the major city, right? And from what they tell me is that a lot of Somalis that moved down there, ain't that many blacks, so majority white, but a lot of Somalis moved out there. So it could be an isolated incident. When I first heard the story, I did get upset. I'm like, hold on. Somalis are jumping on our black American kids. I can understand they catching soft targets. I understand it. Let me say that once again. When they said that Somalian gang, whatever, are jumping on our black American kids and catching them slipping, cool, right? My anger at the time when I first heard it, I say, so what the black American kids do? I'm talking about these are high schoolers. What did the high schoolers do? What are they going to do? Are they going to retaliate? And the reason why I said it, because a lot of people didn't understand where I was coming from. All these Negro kids that be banging, that be fighting, that be disruptive in school, that be jumping on kids at school, y'all, did they retaliate back? What are they going to do? Are they going to tuck their tail and hide? Because there's no reason. Let me say this once again. There's no reason that I should have to get online and get on here and say, Somalis are jumping on black Americans. You know how punctified that make us look, y'all? Do you know how punctified that make us look? We supposed to be these big bad niggas out here, but our high schoolers are scared to fight back. Y'all looking at me like, Brian, no. We been in high school before. It been some thugging niggas in high school, bad niggas in high school, fighting niggas in high school, shooting niggas in high school. When we was going to school, everybody in high school wasn't angels. Just like now, all these high schoolers are not angels. If you wilding out on your people at the school, don't let these motherfuckers wild out on y'all. I don't want to have to get on here and be like, oh man, they picking on the black Americans, man. The black Americans are running around scared. And no. I see too many of our babies in high school wilding out. There's no reason for our babies to be punked out by these folks. They retaliate on everything else, y'all. We're going to keep it funky. They retaliate on everything else. Even kids that jumped on mamas in Chicago and shit. You mean to tell me we draw the line with the Somalis? Well, Brian, you know, there are gangs. There are nigga gangs out there too. Where they at? Where they at? Huh? I know every high school kid not built like that, but there are some that are. There are a lot of them that are. Because let me tell you something. Somebody going to say, well, Brian, you know, the kids are different now. You know, the parents moving to these suburbs and, you know, they got the kids got the soft life now. Okay, check this out. Oh, and they look at everything as flat blackness. I said, okay, cool. Look, think about it like this. So you mean to tell me, regardless how soft life your kids got, regardless of whatever situation, you mean to tell me, if Somalis are targeting black Americans, they gonna still look at that as flat blackness? They not gonna look at that as a Somali versus a black American? Huh? If Somalis are only targeting black American high schoolers, you mean to tell me your child or any child that's in the suburb that living a soft life will still look at that as flat blackness and not look at it as Somalis versus black Americans? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. But I talked to some of my people out there, not in the area where where it happened at, but they say, nah, ain't nothing happened to us out here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing happened to us black Americans out here. The area where it happened at, yeah, might have happened. It was an isolated incident, but Somalis ain't running up on us at all. So I said, all right, like the St. Paul area and the other heavily black American populated areas, the Somalis ain't running up on them like that. You know, so that was my gripe. That's why I got upset, because I was like, man, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Because I remember living in the suburbs, And it was like, then some people might say, my boy said, well, it's majority Somalis and white folks, just a small group of black kids, so I can see how they're getting outnumbered. I told him I get that. But guess what? When we was coming up, or even my church, let me start with me and my church. I went to I was living in the burbs, right, back when I was younger. I think I went to the school for like maybe 6 months. This was my first time going to an all-white school. And it wasn't that many black people there. It was probably like, man, out of 1,000, I think it was like 1,200 kids at the school. It was probably like 100 black folks out there. Like, maybe not even that much. I'm just being nice. I'm going to say 100. I'm just going to be nice, say 100. Out of that 100, 50 of them going to go. And we used to brawl with them white folks, bro. Nobody didn't have to tell me and the kids that lived in the burbs like, oh, this is not racism. This is just a misunderstanding. Now, we knew from that day forward, we're going to walk with each other in the hallway, bro. We're going to make sure everybody get on the bus safely, bro. We're going to make sure nobody ain't walking by themselves, bro. That's how we thought, because we understood what we was against. My kids, for example, the school they went out here, it was mixed between white, black, and Mexican. The whites and Mexicans overtook the blacks, right? But guess what? My kids understood, and they friends understood, oh, we all we got. Even when the black kids might even fight each other, or get into it with each other, or be messy, and all this other kiddie high school shit. But guess what? They stuck together when stuff popped off. If a Mexican jumped on a Negro baby, them black kids gonna rumble. And I gave my children open honesty. And I gave them, man, I lost train of thought, y'all. Damn. Shit. Oh, I gave them permission. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to keep that in. I gave my kids permission to do what they have to do to protect their own. Protect themselves. So, I don't want to hear nothing about 10 kids, 10, 15 kids. Nah, nigga. Guess what? If it's 10 of us and it's 60 of them, we going to rumble. And I don't believe these kids today going to rumble. They going to stick together. I'm sorry. So, investigating this situation in Minnesota, I'm not saying it did not happen. Let me say that once again, because I do believe it happened. But from talking to people out there, they said that was probably like an isolated incident. I think the lady mentioned something, because I didn't want to play the whole clip, it was too long, it was about 7 minutes long. But the lady also mentioned that they shut the schools down. I looked it up. I didn't see nothing shut down. I didn't see 3 high schools or whatever schools shut down. I didn't see that. I don't think I saw what something happened last week. A BOMB threat and a little kid set fire in the school or something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm not saying it did not happen, but I don't think it's something that serious to where shit popping off like that. Unless somebody from Minnesota can correct me in the comments and let me know what's going on, please holler at me. Please pass the information down so we can get it out. But I don't want to see no black people whining and crying about what's happening and y'all not doing nothing back. Especially my high school kids. Okay? I'm not saying you gotta pop, but it's too many black high schools I be seeing wilding out. So don't get morals. Don't take the high road when a Somali do something. Don't walk away. Don't act scared. That same energy you have for your people, have it for them. Anyway, salute. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day.
When my heart was heavy, when my mind was tired, you walked into my shadows with a quiet fire. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight through. Brian Jehovah, into something real, something new. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. When the lies were louder than the voice inside,